Hi, we're going to test out Diffit's new Adapt for MTSS tiers feature. So we're going to start with a tier 2 targeted adaptation here. We're going to go and see what Diffit produces for us. Our resource is finished, so let's dig into what Diffit has done to really make this an accessible resource with our targeted instruction for our tier 2 students. First of all, we start with the vocabulary preview, which is going to help them become familiar with the content before we get deep into the lesson. We've got a really easy to navigate chart that's going to take students directly in a linear fashion through term, definition, and example with a visual aid. And of course, you can always use Diffit to add visuals to the individual vocabulary word. We have check for understanding options throughout, which is going to, again, help them pause and think about what they're learning along the way. As we get into our reading, again, we have these tips with the visual callouts that are all going to help students navigate the text, stop and think, identify their learning, and continue through. And the really powerful part of this resource is where we see chunked reading. So you've got shorter passages with bolded vocabulary words that students are interacting with, and then having to stop and think as they read. This is an essential comprehension practice for our students who are developing their reading and vocabulary skills. You can also see that we have scaffolded response frames here. So that's one example of how Diffit is going to help with MTSS tiered instruction and help you differentiate and meet your students exactly where they are in order to help them get the rigorous content that they deserve.